Welcome to After the Final Bell, a podcast about what happens when an adrenaline-fueled career comes to an end and real life begins. Hosted by UFC striking coach Mike Gonzales and YouTube bounty hunter Trevor O'Connor.
It's not just about fights anymore. It's about what happens when the gloves come off.
And the real adventure begins.
Join Mike and Trevor as they chat about the highs, the lows, and everything in between. Life after the final bell isn't always easy, but it's always interesting. This is After the Final Bell.
Yeah, and I mean, my morning commute's not bad either.
Click the join button now to become a member and gain access to all the behind-the-scenes footage, including our hilarious outtakes. Join us weekly for our members-only live podcast.
Trying to shop around my neck.
I was like,
Jeez.
dang.
He's like, what size is that chain?
No, I'm
Did you
just
see
like,
him?
where's my
Nice.
check?
Make sure to click that join button.
There hasn't been a check. What's up, guys? My name is Trevor O'Connor. Sitting across from me, 26 times in a row, Mike Gonzales.
What's up? How's everybody doing?
Mike has had a long drive today.
An hour and who knows how long?
Yeah, and not the happy one.
No, that's the worst drive.
Not the happy one.
That-
Now, there's a third wheel.
Yep.
Third wheel today, Mariah.
Somebody's our friend.
Yeah, someone likes us. They showed
Yep.
up.
Hi.
They showed up. Look at that. You guys know we'd like to have in-studio guests,
Yep.
mostly because it gives us something to talk about besides my feet.
Yeah.
But before we get into Mariah,
Yep.
we got to talk about your weekend.
My weekend.
Yeah,
Okay. What do you want to know?
tough weekend.
Tough weekend. Yeah.
Good and bad. Some good.
It was good. It was good, but so we're not going to state, which sucks. You know, a little bit sad because not sad, but like the wrestling
High school wrestling is
is
over.
over
Forever.
You know, so that's kind of a bummer.
Some collegiate
Wait,
wrestling.
Yeah. Yeah.
Forever?
Daughter.
My
Okay.
daughter,
His
yeah.
daughter, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like senior
Not-
or something?
Yeah, she's a senior.
she's
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
right. So they're in that.
Like, not the whole sport is over.
No.
I just was like, what?
We do
kidding,
not
or
have that.
Senior makes
We don't
sense?
have that kind of power.
no.
No.
I can't call
Yet.
Chassa and be like,
Hey.
wrestling's done.
Yeah, we got to revamp it, rebrand.
Yeah, but no, it was a bummer. It's a bummer because of the matches she lost, I feel like she could have won. That's a bummer.
Do you think, and Elsa, I love you. Please know that I will always be a fan, but I'm going to ask this question.
Okay, ask.
Do you feel that there was less pressure to perform because she already received a deal for school?
Partly yes. I think partly yes,
Mhm.
but I also think it's like a struggle every time when things don't go right or things don't go like
Early in a match? or-
Yeah, the effort starts to.
Oh,
you
she gets
know,
down on herself?
Yeah. And I think it's a mix of both. It didn't help that she had a concussion for 3-4 weeks.
Yeah, she did have
You
a
know,
big pause in the middle of the
so
season.
that was a kind of a bummer because I seen all those girls are just getting so much mat time every week, you know, and we're behind.
And at that age.
Yeah, so that's a bummer. But I think a little bit was she already got a deal to wrestle in school, so
Mhm.
no pressure to perform, which you need pressure to perform. You know, it's good. But
Make her have to pay something.
she
now.
wrestled good yesterday. If she would have wrestled today like she did yesterday, it would.
You'd probably still be in the Springs.
Yeah, it would still be. Yeah, if she wrestled well yesterday. But this today, I was just like, you're killing me.
Did you get video?
No. I always try to take some pictures. JJ normally.
We need to
don't.
get some video because Kay Miller could have made her like a little hype video.
Oh, yeah, that'd have been a good idea. That's
Just get some cool
too
stuff.
late now.
Yeah. No, she's done.
Yeah. I
like-
mean, she'll start. I think they get this week state or this coming week is state,
Right.
and then I think they take a week or two break, and then freestyle starts. Which
Is she going to freestyle?
well, yeah, because that's what they wrestle in high school and in college for women. It's freestyle, like which doesn't make sense because in college for
If you
men,
turn on a beat, I could freestyle.
I bet go.
Nope.
Oh, but you know, so freestyle is what it is now. So
Eh.
yeah,
Wrestling's not over.
no, it's not over.
No.
This part of our life is over, though.
2 weeks. It's over.
It's
over.
I'm so
Oh,
sorry.
it's 2 weeks. What are we going to do? What are we going to do? But we were already making plans because if she went to state, we were all going to go.
Mm-hmm.
There's a friend that has a box down there.
Yep.
A friend of Mike's that has a box down there, so we could.
And they take care of you in that Budweiser suite, boy.
Yeah. It was more about not having to sit next to really angry wrestling parents for me.
Oh, yeah, I can't.
Because I don't do that. Energy is not good.
No.
So I'm going to make a connection. Watch this.
All right, go.
Mike was my striking coach. Everybody knows that for my fight career.
Yep.
Mariah is married to Travis Owens, who was the guitar player in A Verse to the End, who wrote my walkout song.
Oh, all right. That's awesome.
Oh, yeah.
See? The world.
It's all, we're all,
Yeah.
The world
we're all
stays
connected.
I've
yeah.
gone to some of your fights, and holy cow, you are so fun to watch. You're so fun to watch. Yeah.
Not for him.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure it's a totally.
You know why?
Because he had the stress of.
No.
He don't listen.
He didn't like you very much.
He don't listen.
It's because he wanted me to stand up and
Yeah.
punch people.
Yeah.
That wasn't going to happen.
No.
How many significant strikes do you think I threw?
4.
That was quick.
I didn't hesitate on that one.
I threw 2 kicks.
I forgot those.
They
Really?
were teeps.
That
They
still
weren't like
counts,
real
though.
kicks.
That still counts.
No,
That
but
still counts.
yeah, that isn't the world's crazy,
That's crazy.
how it bounces around.
How it all connects.
Yeah, I've actually been on stage with her husband and his band
Oh, wow.
at the Gothic Theater performing that song.
Oh, dang. All right.
We got down.
Oh,
Yeah.
We had fun. It was cool. Obviously, they're way better than I am, so I hope my mic was way down and only said the words that I
Oh, you were on there.
on stage.
Oh, you were
with a microphone.
Oh, damn.
Yep.
Oh, I thought you were just watching on stage.
No.
Oh, you were
on stage at
you
the
were
Gothic
actually
Theater.
in a band then.
Throwing his face.
I mean,
up.
really, I was.
like,
You know what? I
Pretty much.
performed in a band at a sellout show at the
Yeah,
Gothic
yeah.
Theater.
it's
I don't know how many times have you done that.
never.
saying.
I don't know if I could do that. That's talk about all eyes on you.
There's probably video somewhere.
Oh,
Oh,
we
for
should.
sure.
Oh, we should.
There's video somewhere.
Travis has it.
Yeah,
for sure,
can
right?
he send that? We got to see it.
Yeah.
It's out there.
Dang.
Yeah, Travis is a creative nerd too.
Oh, okay.
He runs a camera.
Oh, he does.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's in big spots.
Oh, well, really?
Yeah. Yeah. He does. I mean, he does a. I don't know if you call it. It's not a podcast. What you'd call it, like a live stream every week.
He's a streamer.
Streamer.
Oh.
Yeah.
helping.
on Twitch.
He's a Twitch streamer.
Yep.
Oh.
He does a cool show.
Yeah, it's pretty fun. It's like a music request.
Oh, okay.
It makes me think of back in like the early.
It's like
2000s.
TRL Live.
You like,
Oh.
yeah, you like
Okay.
put in your music request and they play it live and yeah,
Oh,
And they
dang.
chat it up.
What's
yeah,
that
chat
called?
it up.
What's the show called?
Yeah. What is it called?
What's his Twitch?
Uh-oh.
Oh, I'm sorry. I think my mic's.
Uh-oh.
That's like the first 5 times we tried to just say the name of K Miller's
I don't know
podcast.
if it has a name. It always is just like Project Vela streaming live. And then I go click and it's
Project what?
Project Vela,
There you go.
one of his newer
If
bands.
you go on Twitch,
there you go.
if you go on Twitch and search Project Vela, VELA,
Yep,
It'll pop up.
then it'll pop up.
it should pop up. Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
And Travis is like the okay looking dude.
I think so.
Doesn't he do technical stuff like producing or something for his
For like a
real-
living?
Yeah.
He's a jack of all trades. That man does everything. He's sports broadcasting,
Yeah.
probably his favorite, like of everything. So he works Broncos, like runs like the replay machines and
Oh,
does-
that's cool. That's
yeah,
a good time.
like coordinates like putting music up and the banners up and I'm not sure every day.
When the,
it's a
when the
different-
refs get the
So
call
he's-
wrong, is he the one to make sure he plays it over and over again so we see it?
Depends on the day of the week. They put him on different stuff. So he's not, I don't know if he's always just on the same machine, but yeah, you can blame him. Absolutely.
I would have to be on the
Yeah.
same machine.
You would?
Yeah.
Dude, could you imagine if I was at Invesco, what is it called now? Empower?
Who knows?
Invesco.
Empower. Yeah.
Mile High Stadium.
So, yeah.
And like today, I'm running the replay machine. Tomorrow, I have to do the banners around the side.
But wouldn't that be funner than doing the same? I don't know. I'm just.
Do you want me? Do you really want me doing something different there all the time, or do you want me to be like
maybe
hyper
not you.
focused on like what you know?
Yeah.
Oh, K Miller would be that if it were you two. If I had to pick, yeah.
Here's the thing.
What?
I'll bring her with me.
Yeah.
There you go.
I'll get the job. I'll bring her with me, and then
It's a package deal.
and I'll just like take cool selfies of me, like right in front of the machines, like.
Oh, best job in the world.
She's good.
She does.
Yeah.
Everything.
We're not.
yeah.
She does everything.
So she sets the whole room,
Nice.
all the lighting, all the cameras, all the angles. She edits the podcast.
Nice.
So she makes us look almost intelligent sometimes, which is impressive. She also produces, films, and edits her podcast. And she is a professional photographer.
Awesome.
Yeah. So she's busy.
Yeah.
I'm busy too.
And she runs cameras too when you guys did.
Oh yeah. She filmed and produced my show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Awesome.
she was the camera that was
Yeah.
on me, watching me get in fights all the time. So she's really good. And she's probably gonna get mad.
What?
I'm gonna leak something.
Oh.
So we have. Oh, you know them.
Yeah.
You know these. Jesus. There's Vicky Keller.
Mm-hmm.
She does the dog rescues in her airplane.
What do you mean?
Like when there's abandoned rescues in other states that are at kill shelters, and
She picks them up.
so she flies. She's a pilot. She has a little Cessna. I think it's a Cessna. If it's not, I'm not being disrespectful. I don't know.
Make sure it's tuned up.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was
Anyway,
almost a pilot once. Yeah.
So she flies and goes and gets the dogs and brings them back to where they're going to be fosters.
Oh wow.
So she met with Kristen the other day, and Kristen is going to film a mini docuseries.
Oh, that's cool.
So she's going to go with the whole way, watch the setup, see how everything goes, do all the interviews, help rescue the dogs. No, we can't have any more dogs.
Just putting that out there.
But that's how talented she is.
That's awesome.
This is how talented I am.
Bam.
Hi.
Hi.
I can show up.
Good. Hey, that's half the battle right there.
Yeah.
I play a video game and I do a podcast.
Hey.
That's what I do for a living.
Legit.
Dang.
And if you like GTA roleplay servers, there is a link in the description. Join our Discord.
Is it up and running?
It's so close, dude.
Like 9 to 10 running. Where you at? 9.5?
Yeah, we're real close.
Oh, wow.
We're in beta testing right now. It's about to happen. They found the coolest script left because there's TV. Like you have a house, you can buy a house, there's really shitty TV scripts in them where you can move that anywhere you want.
Okay.
It'll help you. Here, sometimes we need this.
Okay. I think this is actually perfect.
sure?
I just
Yeah.
wanted one click up.
Yeah, it'll
I feel
start
better now.
wandering back down.
Oh, will it? Okay.
Yeah, so let him tighten.
Okay. I'll let you tighten it.
See, there we go.
Cool.
Stay.
Thank you.
Anyway, so you buy a house, and in the game, you can walk in your house and sit down and do all the stuff, and there'll be TVs in the living room.
Yeah.
But the only TVs we were able to find were these kind of janky TVs that you would go place on the TV that's already there, and then you can watch any YouTube link or anything like that. My guys found a script yesterday. Sorry, God dang it. Where you basically just set a script, you make the screen as big as you want.
Oh, cool.
So in my house in the city, I have a theater room, and the whole front wall, it's huge.
Boom.
So
Nice.
I was sitting there watching a really cool podcast called After the Final Bell.
On your
By the way, this is
Theater room
after
TV.
the final
After
bell.
the Final Bell.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. It took me a while to get to that point, but I got it in there.
All right.
So we're real close, dude.
Good.
We're real
Well, that's
close.
good.
We're finishing the economy. The economy is
yeah.
the hardest part because your whole city's based on if you nerf the economy right from the start, your city never survives because the people aren't making enough money in city from their jobs that they can't like flourish.
Mm-hmm.
So they just go find another server to play in. They're like, oh, it's too much. Or if you make everything too readily available, then everybody has $10 million and nobody wants to do a job. So there's no, so forming the economy is tough. And that's where we're at right now. It's kind of the last thing that happens.
Mm-hmm.
And we're,
Getting
like,
there.
I can go in and play right now.
Yeah, but you just can't play. That's only with
Cool.
that you guys are allowing to, right? Like
That's our admin team only right now.
Sure.
But we're so close, dude. We are so close.
Awesome.
And then when it opens, it's going to be so fun.
okay.
I mean, it could just be the admins then too. I don't know. I mean,
We're having a blast.
You know,
exactly how we wanted it.
it's not like there's pre-sale tickets. It's not like I don't know how many people are coming to the fight.
Right? Huh? Yeah, I guess that's
Please.
a good point.
You open the doors and you're like, well, shit.
Okay, it's just me.
No, I think it's going to do really well.
Yeah.
It's
That's
going to do
They'll
really
do
well.
good.
Yeah, I've just learned about the whole concept. I love it. Yeah.
Do you play video games at all?
Well, before I had children, I played a lot of video games. Like not online. I'm just play like the actual game play. And then I had kids and I played for a while until they started getting the age where they're like watching me and I'm like playing Assassin's Creed. And I'm like, I don't feel comfortable jumping down and stabbing this guy in the back of the spine in front of my 3-year-old who's yeah.
We live opposite lives.
Yeah. No? Well, because I don't, morally, I'm like,
Yeah.
is this okay?
No, it's because
Should
you're
I-
a mom and not a dad.
I'm a mom. Yeah. And so it's like my job to, I'm like, okay, I guess I'll be playing like Kingdom Hearts. And, hey, first of all, Kingdom Hearts was a lot of fun.
I've never even.
No?
I never heard of
it's
that.
like really? It's
Yeah.
like Disney meets Final Fantasy. That's exactly what it is. You are a Final Fantasy like character, kind of, and you go into all the Disney worlds, and you get to like beat the Disney villain, and it's awesome. They have Nightmare Before Christmas.
Do you
They've
jump
got-
off of the bridge and stab him in the back of the neck?
Well, you have a keyblade, and they're like ghost monsters. So when you slash them, they just kind of
Boom.
poof, and it's not like
There's no
blood
gurgle.
and spewing out of them, and my children aren't like, Mom, what's happening to that man's head? You know?
Is it bad that I sit with my granddaughter on my lap? And play
I need to. I
She's
should
3.
probably be 3 at that age. No, that was the age when I.
she says
4-ish.
things like, "Did you just kill that guy?"
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fair. Yeah, I did.
Mm.
It's a video game.
Yeah.
It's a cartoon.
This is why everyone gets mad at video games, huh?
Probably.
It's my fault.
Probably.
It's my fault. Join the Discord and come
It's in the
hang out in
bio.
our
It's
city.
in the bio, guys.
Yeah.
I mean, you
You don't have to kill nobody.
don't have to.
No.
Listen, when he turns 10, I'll be like, okay,
Here's what we're going to
totally
do.
fine.
Here's
I
what
can
we're
start
doing.
playing games again.
Yeah. We're in.
We're in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta get Travis in. Does he game at all?
Yeah. He's
Call of Duty.
mm,
Does he
for a
yell?
while. No, not too much. Sports. He yells at sports. That's where he gets all of his aggressions out.
I yell at his wife.
Okay.
His wife is a UFC flyweight, like actual UFC,
Yeah.
not like the sport, but
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Nice.
she's like a little sister. So
Good.
when she's fighting, there's a lot of yelling.
Good. It's motivation.
It's weird. So I'm sorry I interrupt a lot. Hold your thought, because if you can come back to it, I won't be able to. We'll have the fights on in the living room. The whole rest of the card, I'm like this. Okay, yeah, this is good. JJ fights him like this. Move your head.
Yep.
Move your head.
Yep.
Like the whole time. And then she's done fighting and I'm like this.
Mm-hmm.
It's weird.
No, I get it. I totally get it.
I'm ready for a
It's
nap.
worse for you, huh?
Oh, yeah. I'm ready for a nap. That
Yeah.
takes all my energy.
Her fighting? Yeah.
Zaps me.
Because neither she nor I are like video game players for you.
No.
He yells a lot and we don't.
No.
I yelled a little when I played video games. Depended.
No, I mean in real life.
Oh.
When he's outside of the cage and
Oh, yeah. Okay.
like he has a game plan and he sees the whole picture and everything we've discussed for the last 8 weeks.
It's like a
And then
real,
you're ruining it. No,
it's like a real life
I
video
told
game.
you.
Yeah. And
Oh,
he's like,
fun.
Yeah.
he's
it's
like,
a real life
I want you to
video
go
game.
out there. We're going to live behind the jab. We're going to do this. And then we get in the cage and he goes, all right, remember what we talked about? We're going to get behind.
Yep.
There they go.
Hopefully we have more lives.
Yeah. That's me, I guess. I just, yeah.
I'll just sit over here quietly.
Show up just to smile. Yeah.
I'm just here.
Aw.
So what does Travis play?
Right now he's playing, and I don't know if I remember. It's the new like Stargate. No, I know.
I don't play video games, so
He's Xbox, I'm PlayStation. Okay, so we live different lives, and so
Peasants.
I know we don't. He's got a.
PC.
I know. I've heard, but you know.
PC.
no, I would never be able to talk JJ into getting me one of those.
You can't play? She won't let you play video games?
I mean, we have brand new. They're still brand new because they've never been used.
Mm-hmm.
Xbox and PlayStation, brand new.
Let's do this.
Yeah, I won't. I can never.
We need to
no.
get you a PC so you can. He doesn't have any time.
No, and that's my problem. I don't have any time either.
He has no time.
Yeah.
My problem would be.
I don't have any time either.
I probably wouldn't sleep because I would probably get on there in the middle of the night when everybody's sleeping, and then I don't sleep. You know what I mean?
So-
yeah, you
so,
stay up all night and
yeah.
play. Yeah.
The problem is when you first start playing, you're like, oh, 30 minutes, I could play for a little bit. And then
No, you
and
can't
then-
pay 30
Walk away.
minutes.
Yeah.
And then you start to like
Become
do some stuff.
emotionally invested.
Well, you
Well,
you
then-
start to gain skill and ability,
And then 30
you're not
minutes
just
isn't
getting.
enough.
And then sometimes you look up and it's 3:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
Then you go, I'll just.
From
Keep
this
going.
far. From this far.
That's
all
officially
the
the
way
next
in.
Get to
day.
the next point. Yeah.
I'm all the way
Complete
in.
this mission.
It's bad, and she doesn't play.
No.
No. And I'm always
Okay.
like, babe, come look at this. And she's
It's
like,
like,
look at my little boy.
Aw. I'm so proud of you. Good for you. You look so happy doing it too.
Pats me on my head.
Oh.
How much did this cost? Nothing.
Nothing.
Ish.
I just won it.
But we're here for a reason.
Yeah, we are. Oh,
Sorry, guys.
yeah, you went on a tangent. Get back.
I'm
on.
all over the place.
I know.
You know
Oh,
what?
you've been all over the place since last week.
I know. Since they took my... Kristen's making fun of me this week, too, because she said every time I start to go on a rant, my shoulders get up by my ears because I get so tense. And she's like, and then as soon as you realize it, you go.
Oops. Snap out of it.
She's like, I see it. She's like, I see it all the time. So I'm trying to remember to. It's like anything
come out of
else.
your turtle shell.
Isn't it funny how you do certain things and you don't even realize?
It's the same thing.
Yeah.
Tired sparring,
Mm-hmm.
my shoulders end up at my ears because I'm trying to stay small instead of loose and being able to move.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Yep.
It doesn't go away. It does not go away. But we're going to learn today.
Okay.
Are you ready to learn?
Yeah.
You didn't even bring a notepad.
Straight from.
It's
But I
fine.
got.
It's
Hey,
recorded. You just rewatch it.
I've got notes here
Yeah.
too. You
Got your
showed me.
notes up?
You showed me how to do notes on my phone and my thing.
I showed him how to sync.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
But yeah. So we're gonna learn something. I hope.
Yep. So
Yeah, I'm here to spill
here's the
beans.
thing. We reached out to friends and family and asked if anybody had a decent career in auto sales long enough that they would, know the ins and outs, not like a guy that got a job for 2 weeks and was like,
This
wouldn't
ain't
make
for me.
any money. I would be the worst salesman ever. I would no.
You'd be surprised.
No.
You'd be surprised how many people out there are just like,
No, I would be the worst because I would talk people out of dumb shit.
yeah. Yeah.
I would be the worst because you
Shutting
want or
your
not.
mouth is half the battle in sales.
Not me. I'd be like you know that you can't afford this, right? That's how I'd be like, dude, I looked at your income. You, sir.
This is not a financially good decision
Sound
for you,
dis-
actually. You should just go ahead and turn right around. Yeah.
The reason you're driving an 87 Corolla is because that's your station in life right now, sir.
You cannot go.
We're not trading up. Yeah.
You're going to need to come up first. See, that's the conversations I would have. And that's probably not the way to do it.
No.
I didn't quite have so much of that problem. I did a lot of luxury sales, so the people walking in are like,
They already had it.
cash for a brand new car, and you're just like, F, because
No, we're deep enough in now.
cash
You
is
can
the-
say fuck.
no, where cash buyers are the worst when you are a salesperson.
Why? In auto sales, why?
Here's
Auto
what.
sales.
Yeah, get us here.
Sure. Well, so coming from the dealer's perspective, right? So there's the sales process. You greet your salesperson. Then of course, there's like the mysterious sales manager who's always like, they have to go back and talk to the manager.
Who lives
before-
behind a curtain, who
Liz-
doesn't
yeah,
even exist.
That's the whole gamut there is the sales manager. And then once you finally come to terms and you're like, yay, new car. Okay, now you have to wait 10 hours to get to the finance office, right? But when you're a cash buyer, so they make money on the car. So that's like a part of their profit. But then when you finance a car, they also make money on the loan that's being given. So if you pay cash, that's half of their profits gone. So we're like, so they'll try to incentivize you to take out.
Now,
the,
wait.
Well, here, if you get a loan, you get this $1,000 rebate, and then just pay off the loan in 3 months,
Right.
and then so that we can try to like push
Make more
people.
money.
Now, is
so
it-
we can make more money. Yeah.
The dealership doesn't lose, right?
If you pay cash, the dealership would lose out on the financing amount. Yeah, the whatever the
Okay.
kickback they get from financing financing the car.
Dirty rat.
I know they're
Cash
everywhere.
is king.
No, well, yeah, no, it is. If you have the cash to buy a car, it's easier on you.
So,
your life will be so much easier.
As a salesman, or in general,
Everyone in the dealership will hate you, but you will walk out. On
if
top.
you walk if you walk in with cash and the ability to go, I can write this check right now.
Oh, everyone would be like, in the back of their head.
Am I going to be able to negotiate the best price?
You will probably get worse negotiation because they already know that they're not going to be able to make money financing off you.
So they
then
gotta leave as
so
much
then they
fat
have to
in the
charge
deal.
exactly because so they're going to try to make a little more off the car.
Ah.
Because they're like, well, we already know you're not. And cash buyers never buy any other products in the finance office, like Gap and there's no Gap insurance, extended warranty
shit. They're
all
like,
that.
when this breaks,
And
I just
used
buy
to-
another.
I used to do finance too, so I know all the ins and outs of the finance department. I know the sales department. I also did like product. I taught people how their cars worked after they bought them. Heard the
Oh.
phone.
Oh, nice.
She
You
worked
know, showed them
everywhere.
the navigation, and
That would probably be
Yeah.
the worst job ever.
that was the best job ever.
Why?
No.
I had so much fun because there was no pressure in having to make a sale. Like I didn't have to have.
But think about your mom buying a new car today, and then you have to go teach her how to use all the gadgets.
But for an hour, 30 minutes.
I
And then-
may-
and then
I
it's
may have
not-
just
and
been
And
then-
then
good at
30
it.
minutes a week for the rest of your life.
No, because they're
Yeah.
not going to come back probably,
Well,
maybe.
no, they do. Oh, I had people who had me on speed. I was like one of their regulars. They'd like speed
Oh,
dial me, and
She's
they'd
on
be
speed
like,
dial 3.
for years after, I've had people call like my cell phone and be like, "Can you help me with that? I lost all my buttons." I'm like, okay, yeah, I'll walk you
lost
through
all my
it.
buttons.
There's the BMWs.
Yeah,
that's-
yeah,
I used
yeah.
to work for BMW, and so like the presets that usually are your radio stations, you could set like a phone number or like an address, and so yeah, I'd like program people's car and customize it to them. That was a really fun job. I liked it. I liked it a lot.
Because there's no sales.
There's no sales in it, and you're just. And
They
you're-
were happy
and
because
they've
they were in their
already-
brand new car.
Oh, and they're running off the high of like getting a brand new car. That feeling, and
Yeah.
you're just like, oh, I guess you get something so new, and it's a big purchase, and then I'm just like hammering it in how much they love it, and it was like rainbows and butterflies.
Yeah.
And then I went to sell cars, and I was like, oh, this is
Less rainbows.
pull my fingernails off.
So paying cash, you're probably going to not get to negotiate your total price down as far as you would if you finance it. But if you finance it, you're going to pay all of that you would have saved back in interest anyway.
I mean, the bit of the loophole around that, obviously, if you finance it and pay off, like if you pay off the loan early, you have the cash, you make 3 payments, you're paying 3 interest charges, and then you pay it off. That's probably the best because you'll get the best deal.
The least amount of
You're not paying too much.
dumb fee.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't, I don't know if it really matters either way. It depends on the loan and what your rate is and all that fun stuff too. But yeah, usually they'll try to work with you more if they know they're also going to get a kickback on your loan and on whatever profit they have in the car.
Now, something I've read and seen but don't know, when I go in and I finance a car, because there's the magic guy that does all these. That's how it sounds.
Yes.
Then
Yeah,
they
done-
come out with a piece
exactly
of paper.
done that before. Yep.
Well, they always do the Foursquare thing on you.
Oh God,
Which
I
is
hate the
the most-
Foursquare. So
Irritating.
it's irritating.
But
Does every dealership do that?
no,
No. Oh, okay.
no, high end. We never did four. One time I was encouraged to do Foursquare. I had a sales manager who's like, "This is how you got to do it," and then
not in high end.
not in high end. And
But
depends.
the
on
thing, like high end people, they already know their credit's good. They already know what kind of interest rate.
Yeah,
the payment doesn't matter.
They're
to
a little
them.
bit ahead of the schedule,
They've done.
right?
They do. So
They buy the
much
car, not the
research
anything else.
before they walk into the door. That it's like I don't have to teach them anything. They already know.
Yeah.
They've already spent probably 24. They say people spend like 8 hours researching a car before they take one step in the door. So it's like,
So you kind of know what you want, I guess, or those
Yeah.
people do.
Most of the time,
I've spent
yeah.
about 9 minutes researching anything.
And you're like, I got it.
I'm an
I
expert
walk in and
now.
I go, figure out what I want.
Yeah, no, yeah,
I have no idea. Now, here's the question I had.
yeah.
When I go to the finance guy, he's already run my credit. He already has his little secret. Now, when they present me with my finance options, usually to begin with, are they getting so let's say I'm approved at the bank side that I don't ever get to see at like 2.5%. Do they really come to me and say, we got you approved for 4%? And that's where they make money. All of that gap is profit, right?
Yeah, 100%. Yes. Yeah. So
So
like
wait.
the big banks, it's a dog eat dog world out there.
No, I
the
get
big
it.
banks are the worst.
You didn't want to hear that, did you?
No.
No, now I know.
Sorry, guys.
Not sorry, because I'm
Yeah.
gonna buy another car eventually.
Well, no, and credit unions are a lot better. If you have the option to finance with a credit union, the credit unions won't let them mark up the interest rate. Credit unions will give them a flat rate back. So your best tool, if you're going to walk in and you're planning to finance, you don't have the cash or however, your best tool would be go to your local credit union, get a pre-approval, bring that pre-approval with you, and then say, well, I'm already pre-approved. And they're going to be like,
Same as a cat.
So then it's
no, yeah,
cash
it's
thing.
same as cash to them. They're like, no, we gotta flip them. So you take it. So I'm already approved at 6%. If you guys can beat it, I'll go with your financing. That's your best tool because otherwise you don't know what rate you're gonna get.
Then the finance guy's really working.
And then they actually work to come bring you the best rate. Because otherwise, and the credit unions are usually a little bit better because they'll just pay a flat rate. Like, okay, for every loan you give us between this amount and this amount, we'll give you a $500. That's it. Boom. Doesn't matter what the rate is. So
there's no bump
versus-
for percentages.
right. Versus if you go to like the banks, like Chase Bank, US Bank, like the actual banking institutions, if your approval comes through them, it's very likely they're marking that up on you. And like I could mark it up like 2%. And it's like, and that's
Without thinking about it. Yeah.
That's a lot of money
It's a lot of money
over the course of
Now,
however many years.
I mean, yeah, and depending
Who's
on the car
making
too.
that money?
So everyone gets a little cut of the pie, right?
Okay.
So like the dealership gets a chunk of it. I would get a chunk. I got paid like, I think it was like, depending on your pay structure, and it changes constantly, but I think it was like 15 to 20% of the profit in the loan would go in my pocket.
Right.
And then
The finance guy makes something. The
the
dealership
finance-
makes something.
The dealership makes
and,
something,
and
the
the
bank.
salesman.
The salesman doesn't make anything off the financing. The salesman will make
Well-
money off of the profit in the car. So there's the profit in the car and the profit in the loan.
So the salesman doesn't make anything out the profit in the loan.
No, not typically.
That's finance guy,
could
dealership
be-
guy.
Yeah, that's the
Unless you have a really
finance guy.
sweet deal as a salesman.
Yeah, sometimes they might, or sometimes like I as a finance manager, I could spiff my salespeople and be like, if your customers buy a contract from me, I'll give you I'll kick them back to then so that they could try to seed the idea early in the sale so that when they get to me, they've already been thinking about it. It's like a whole psychology thing. Oh, we know what we're doing, but it's a strategic plan. There's training on how to
Where do we lose?
everywhere,
No,
obviously.
Yeah.
Like when I walk through the door, where is my biggest opportunity to lose?
So it depends. With new cars and used cars are also two different worlds as
Yeah.
well. And the used cars, I don't know how to give you great advice. except for I guess just get what you want and hope for the best, because you don't know. I mean, that we could have bought that car with $6,000 worth of profit in it, and we're just like, woohoo, market says it's great. Or sometimes we buy the car and there's literally like, oh my gosh, we bought it and then realized we had to put $5,000 worth of work into it to be able to sell it to you, and so we only have $1,000 to work with. So I mean, and it's like,
so when I come in and say I want
$1,000 off, and we're like, yeah, no, we're gonna have
That's
to have
a
a
zero.
perfect. We can't. Yeah, we can't give that.
Yeah.
But like, you know, new cars is different, and it's kind of interesting and a little counterintuitive, because you think that like the bigger, the more corporate-y and bigger the store, the more you're gonna get kind of screwed on the deal. And I've actually seen where the bigger box stores, where yes, you are just a number to them, but they're bigger and they're you know, they work on volume. A lot of them will get kickbacks.
dollar over volume.
Yeah, they'll get kickbacks from corporate for the amount of volume they sell. So if they can sell 100 cars this month, they don't care if there's not a single dollar of profit in any of them, because they're going to get a big old check from the financial, you know, from BMW North America for hitting that number. So they don't care. They'll scoop all the profit out and sell you the car as cheap as possible just to get the numbers.
Especially if they're close.
Yeah, especially. Oh, the best day of year to buy a car, hands down. I've seen some stupid shit. December 31st. Oh my God, quota. Last day of the year. I want to sell as many cars as possible. This is our last opportunity to get to whatever quota we're trying to get to. They will give stupid, like it's like nobody walks. Where every single person who walks in this door is getting a car today. Like they'll do anything. Oh my gosh, yeah. We'll send you an Uber. We'll buy you lunch. We'll go to like, it's like they'll do anything just to get that car.
We're coming to pick you up personally.
I've picked people up, but we've said, oh, for sure, yeah. Oh,
Send
I'll
the
take
shuttle
your
guy.
car to the, yeah. Yep, yeah.
Wow,
December 31st. If you guys want the best deal of your life,
Have your
December
shit
31st.
together
By that
and
day.
show up on the 31st.
Yeah, I mean, if you're, have your shit
I
together
mean,
and expect to wait.
if
It's going to
you're-
be a long wait. There's a lot of people.
If your credit's fucked, your credit's still fucked on the 31st.
It is.
Like,
That's
it's
what
not-
it is. That's, yeah.
I mean,
It doesn't
Yes.
matter. Just
if they
just show up there.
they might find someone to finance something, maybe.
Yeah.
Now the next thing I'm trying to figure out, and I'll bounce around. Trust me, we'll come back to this point probably. How does this happen? And I've seen it's never happened to me, thankfully,
Not
but
yet.
I've seen it happen to other people where they go to the dealership, they buy the car, they sign the deal that's financed in their mind, and then 2 days later, the dealership calls and goes, "Oh hey,
Yeah, what is that?
oh hey,
Let me not
Yeah.
disturb. Hold on.
yeah, who's calling?"
Nobody. My camera's asleep. I need to relax.
His phone gets angry.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, but carry on.
No, no, no.
Let's.
He's the only person I know
What?
actually has his phone on ringer.
Oh, all the time. I'm a coach. My phone never goes off, and my ringer's never off.
So he got an Apple Watch.
Yeah.
I don't know how to.
And
work
I
it.
thought that would be the thing
Nope.
that he could then turn his phone on silent.
Both of these
Because
are
then
on.
it goes zzz, on
Yeah,
your wrist and you go,
don't-
I'm
it's-
good.
Yeah.
Nope.
Haptic feedback.
Boom.
Mm-hmm.
Nope.
He,
Ringer A. Ringer on A. Ringer on B.
so
One ear can hear each.
usually where we both work off of an iPad,
Yeah.
his phone will ring, his watch will light up, and his iPad will start going.
Everything.
You can't. You don't want to miss anything.
No. Never.
Definitely no FOMO going on.
No.
Okay, back.
Yeah. No. We were how does somebody
How do
get
I-
told that pull the rug out from under them? No, I will tell you how that happens. That is 100%. It's a mix between the sales manager and the finance manager. And what they're doing is they're trying to get the sale bought, and they don't have an approval yet. But they're like, here's what we're gonna do.
They're
We're gonna
hedging
write this
it.
shit up. We're gonna write this shit up. We're gonna write it up. We're gonna sell it. We're gonna get it to stick to a financial institution when we have time tomorrow. And then tomorrow they're like blasting it to fucking financial
Everybody.
institutions, and everybody shuts them down. And they're like, man, I really thought though that the one guy who always buys my, and with the people with this credit would have gotten it, but they didn't. And so then they have to pull the rug out from under you. Yeah. And it's just,
So they do it just in hopes.
In hopes, no, because they want the sale so bad. They're like, we're kind of counting our chickens before I hatch. And they're not waiting for the approvals to actually come in. And a lot of times it'll happen on like a Saturday when the banks aren't actually open. And so they'll try to so
So is it like a
based on-
late afternoon, evening purchases and like Saturdays? Is that kind of?
I wish I could give you like be like, yeah, that's when it happens. But a lot of times it might just be like that finance manager is just kind of a shitty person
And stacked up, or
and he doesn't want to take the time to like do his it's not doing your due diligence before you're ready. It's like, well, there's other people in line behind you. I'm just going to sell it. We're going to write it. And if we have to,
They
pull the
agreed to
rug,
this-
they don't care. They don't care. They're like, what happens? I mean, it sucks, obviously, but they're living on hopes and dreams. They're like, it'll happen.
So does that happen more to people that are like maybe lower end of credit or
Yeah.
middle credit, just
Yeah.
not high credit?
you're
Lower end credit. Typically, unless I have had it before where it's like, and you'll get weird stuff too. Like as a finance manager, you write everything up, you get everything you need, proof of income, driver's license, all the documentation, and then you go to send the loan back to them. And then the person, you're sending it to, let's say, US Bank. And then the guy underwriter over there is reading everything going, oh, yeah, actually, I realized these ratios are a little off, or we saw something here. We need more information. And then you can't get that. And so sometimes it's the financial institution will come back and say, actually, we need more before we're allowed to sell you this loan. It's things like that.
which
or-
at that point you're just like, fine. I need more
Usually-
documentation.
Yeah, usually I have to reach out to the customer and be like, I need this documentation by this date. And that's, part of my job. But sometimes it's just a failure of the person doing their job. They're just not doing their job. They don't have
when
the
do you
approval
quit? When
yet.
do you quit holding your breath that it's done? Then if you sell me a car, I leave today.
You think the deal's done.
I'm thinking the deal's done, right? And maybe it is, maybe it isn't. But when do you like? Okay, I got that deal. Whew, all right.
When I was a finance manager, I never let somebody walk out the door without knowing they had a full green approval. That was just my policy, our policy. Like it wasn't right. It's not right. And our people are high-end sales. They're too affluent. They're going to know, like, it's just, they're going to make a big scene. Like we had a guy who came and he was from Ford, and his like big whole thing is he's always like, I got $1,100 a copy, which is like every loan he sells, he made $1,100 in profit minimum. Like that was like his big. And then he came to like a high-end sales and he couldn't keep up doing that, but he would do a lot of shady stuff. Like he would like try to like pack, and I've seen some weird shady things with finance managers, and it sucks, but they would like try to pack warranties into it before you even knew you were agreeing to a warranty. So they would like present the whole thing at the first pencil. It'd be like, that you're forced, this could be your payment or this down and this payment, but they've already packed in like a $4,000 warranty.
and so when you go to
deal.
finance, they're like,
They're like,
you
and
agreed
here's
to the thing, you agreed to this payment, and with that payment,
You're already
actually
getting, so sign this contract.
we actually already got you approved for the warranty.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Oh, geez.
Yeah. And just shady stuff.
Oh, man.
Yeah. I've seen it,
So
unfortunately.
how do you buy a car? How do you buy a car right?
Well,
Because you don't get the best deal for cash.
Either way, you're gonna lose. I think it's just how much do you want to lose, right?
I mean, so the car industry, right? It's one of the only industries in America that is you can negotiate. Like you don't go to the grocery store and say, I'm not paying that much for 12 eggs. No, can I?
We
just talked about
you
that.
know,
I'm
like
not paying.
the grocery store clerk's gonna be like,
Okay.
yeah, that's your own problem, bud. Like, have a great day. Like, I can't change the price for you. With me, I'm like, well, let me go ask my manager if I can give you a little bit of a discount. And then you can haggle. And it's kind of weird because people hate it or people love it. And,
People who love it probably don't get the deal they think they're getting.
No.
Because if you ego bump them,
Some of the biggest, some of the people who I've seen get the biggest discount just invest time. Like, they will just beat you down until eventually
they're
give them the car.
they're
He's
okay.
like, fine, give them the
So they're like,
car.
They're
okay.
okay not walking out with a card today.
Or they'll do it online, internet. Like a lot of times, I've had full-on negotiations without the person even walking in the store, because you can do that now. You can reach out, you can negotiate the whole thing down. I'll send you pictures of my car. You appraise it virtually, and as long as it's the same as when I bring it in, it's got this many miles. It looks, no check engine light.
When you start it doesn't.
Yeah, so that's a
Smoke.
nice way to go, is to start online and try to start the negotiation there, and then try to, because then you've already got you can chip away at it, and with that, you have to kind of know, like, if there's a car that you're like, that's my car, then
You're buying the damn
go
car.
buy the damn car,
Yeah.
But if you're like, if that car goes, I want the best deal. I value the money over the car.
Like, I like the model.
And I'm willing. It doesn't
I'm willing
really
to
matter.
move off color.
The
I'm willing to move off
packages. Yeah. Then take your time with it and beat a salesperson up.
So this is where I'm at. Get a pre-approval from your credit union.
Yes.
Then
Before you
start
walk in the door.
negotiating online.
Before you walk in the door.
Get
Don't
all-
tell them you have a pre-approval.
No, get everything negotiated as far as
Wait,
you
when
can.
do we tell them we got a pre-approval?
When you
when
sit down
walk
with
in
the
door.
Okay.
I'm just imagining every single salesperson right now being like, you bitch.
That's okay.
That's why you're here.
That's why I'm here. I'll never
them.
sell cars again. I'm done.
A lot.
Knock on wood.
Well, that's the thing. Like we talked about it the other day. We do not understand how one of the largest purchases a person is going to make, and not everybody is financially literate.
No.
Why am I negotiating on that much money? Like I should not be allowed to.
No.
I'm a child. Like
Yeah.
I have
Well-
I'll buy it now type shit going on in my head.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Sure.
when you're not going in there just to look and be like, no, you
but people do.
really?
Well, no,
no,
and-
not me. I couldn't do that. No, I'm not. If
I've
I'm
had people.
going,
I've spent 5 hours with someone,
Looky Lou.
looky loo, and walk out and then go buy it at the next, and you're just like, you call them the next day. Hey, just following up. How was it? Oh yeah, I went out and bought one that night at somewhere else. Walked in, gave my business, spent 2 minutes after I spent 5 hours teaching them everything they wanted to know, driving the cars, putting the actual effort and work into. But they gave them an extra $200 off, so they went there. All my efforts,
Yeah, but that's
all the time I invested.
I guess that's a way to win too.
no. They deserve that. For the 6 guys they got last week.
Yeah, no,
Like,
fair. Oh,
you
yeah.
know?
One of the most interesting sales I've ever made, and it wasn't even a sale I made. I can't take credit. The guy knew what he wanted. It was so crazy. Like I still to this day, I'm like, wow, I think about that guy. He walked in, he was a veteran, and he was really cool. Came in, he bought a BMW M550 less than a month ago, and it still had the temp tag on it. And that's like M550 is probably like $80,000 car, maybe a little more.
It's a lot of cars.
It's a lot of car. It's very powerful, a lot of horsepower. And he was like, yeah, I actually came from a Hellcat and I went to this. It's not enough for me. I want an M5, like just a actual M5. And we happen to have one. And he calls in and I take the call and I'm like, okay, M5 customers almost never buy. Like the cars always sit for over a year. There's no, I'm like,
They're
sure,
just too
I'll entertain him.
expensive?
I'll entertain him, right? And he comes in and then he's upside down, meaning like he owes this much on his car's, the M550 he bought was worth $20,000 less than 1 month ago when he bought it. It depreciated like that. And so I'm like, great. I'm going to give him a pencil where we're going to write $20,000 on top of the M5 you want to buy. You also now have to put $20,000 more to get this car because this one's depreciated so much. So I hand him first pencil and he's like, oh, I'm cash. And I hand him first pencil with an extra 20 grand. Like that money is life-changing. Like,
That's
and I'm like, just on a car in 1 month.
Yeah.
1 month. 20 grand in 1 month, right? And then I slide over to him expecting like a whole big deposit. Oh, wow, I'm not in it. He didn't even look. He was just like, yeah, no. And he started telling me all his veteran stories. He was telling me he used to like jump out of Apache helicopters.
So now he's got double negative equity.
That was the craziest sale I made. And I made $2 grand on that sale because he didn't even want $1 off the MSRP. He bought it at MSRP and rolled $20,000 from his previous car into it and paid cash. And I was like, that was the best sale of my life. I'll never recreate
And you didn't
that
even
day.
work hard.
And I didn't
So
do
he didn't
anything.
even-
I didn't do it. I barely lifted. I mean, we drove it, but most of the time I just chatted with him. He was just telling me all his like war stories. And
That's easy, but damn.
that was the crazy.
That would make me want to be like, hold on, guy. Let me figure this out.
Now, I understand this guy
He knew what he wanted.
because there's certain cars when you sit in the seat and you put your foot on the gas,
Mm-hmm.
there's a reason that there's an M6 in my garage.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Nice. Oh,
Because that car,
that is a dream.
Yeah, but dang. I mean, obviously he could afford it. And 20 grand to him was nothing. Because
Yeah.
if he didn't think about it,
yeah. Now,
you know what I mean?
that wouldn't have, for me, that deal, no. I'd be like,
No, I've never. That's what I mean. Like I'll never.
I'd be like, your
experience
mother,
that again.
go do that thing with her. Because no.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not taking $20,000
$20 hit.
just straight in the ass for a month.
1 month driving it and being like, not enough power.
So do they
anymore.
at the dealerships? Do they have people that only sell new cars and only sell used cars, or do you guys do both? Or are there people that
Depends. Depends on the dealership. The place I sold, the dealer, like BMW, like back, not independent shop. I have worked for an independent shop as well that sell just used cars. But new cars, it depends on the setup and the dealer. We could pretty much sell both new and used.
Oh, okay.
You're licensed to sell whatever. They don't care to sell whatever. We're not going to take a, sale away from you because it's used. You sell whatever you want.
If it's on this lot,
If it's on this lot,
send it home.
Sell it.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. However, we also did have because we're a luxury high-end brand, so we kept all the new and used luxury high-end models on our lot, and then they also had a small store where we would take in
Trade-ins.
Trade-ins with higher miles, older, off-brand, and then they had their own sales team selling just those. But I could go over there and sell for them over there.
If you
If
you had a
had
customer-
a customer on them, yeah,
Man.
they were like, we're not gonna.
They were like,
We don't care who sells it, just sell it.
next question. Trade-ins.
Mm-hmm. Oh, the fun trading game. Yeah.
What do we do?
what's the
Yeah.
best way to do it?
Oh, best way to do it is go online and get 7 different comprehensive offers. Like you can go on KBB
Mm-hmm.
and see what your trade-in value would be on your car. And then go to Carvana and do a trade-in inquiry and see what their cash offer is for you. And then go to, I don't know, walk in the dealership and see what, and then, you have offers and then say, well, Carvana's going to give me
X.
10,000 for it. Or what are you going to give me? And save yourself the headache and time. A lot of people come into the car dealership and they're like, that salesperson's so grimy. I'm going to hide all my information from them. I'm not going to, oh yeah, I got an offer on my car, but I'm not going to tell you what it is. You tell me what you'd sell it
Right.
to me for.
Oh.
Don't waste
give me your
my
number first.
fucking time.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Just tell me what, I will beat it if I can.
Right.
I'm not going to, yeah. And I guess they're afraid that they're going to undercut themselves and we were going to give them way more than what, probably not.
If you
it's
have
the age of the internet.
If you have information, it's probably the information, right?
You're going to go on
Your
KBB.
ballpark, at least.
Yeah, you're going to go on KBB. It's going to tell you your zip code, the year, the make, the model, the mileage, and then the condition. Obviously, if you curb every one of your wheels and your check engine lights on, don't expect to get
You're not getting top deal.
it's
right?
top deal,
Yeah.
But they're going to lowball you on your trade for sure. 100%. Don't take the first offer they give you on your trade. Unless you've come in with all that, go, and you can do it online virtually. Spend some time at home, plug in your VIN, get your instant cash offers, print them, and bring them with you. And then show them up front. Don't waste anyone's time, because all that's going to do is it's going to waste everybody's time. They're going to have to go and then they're going to bring theirs and they're going to, well, actually, I thought I should be getting this. Well, okay, if you told me
We
that the
could've
first
started
time,
there.
that's where we could have started. So now, and then it makes the salesperson look cheesy. And it's that's what the people, they come in, they're like, yeah, I want to prove that you guys are scheming. And it's
Right.
of course we are. We want to make money.
They allow us to negotiate on cars.
Yeah.
Dummy, we have all the information. Now, is it better, in general, and obviously every deal is different, is it better for someone to private sell their car and then walk in the door with the cash?
It depends. So there's.
I mean, lazy people like me
different-
will never do it because I'd have to talk to
'Cause
more
then I
than
have
one
to-
person.
Most people don't want to private sell. The best time to private sell your car, I found, is if your car is on, over 100,000 miles, over 6-7 years, they're going to offer you $1,000. That's it. It doesn't matter. Or you could private sell it for what it's actually worth.
Right.
So that would probably be worth it to you. The other thought process is whatever the trade-in value they give you on your car at the dealership, you don't have to pay taxes. You only pay taxes
You're
on the
reducing
balance.
capital cost.
Yeah, you reduce the capital cost. You're only paying taxes on the balance. So let's say you're buying a $50,000 car. They're giving you 20 for yours. You only pay taxes on 30,000. So
Right.
whatever the taxes on that 30,000, is that worth going and then spending all your time and effort private selling it?
So if you walk in with cash instead of a trade-in, you pay tax on the full amount.
Yeah, if you don't have a trade-in, you're paying tax on whatever they sell you that car for.
So there's no reduction based on your...
So depending on how
Yeah,
old
if you
car
your
is-
down payment doesn't matter. You're still paying cash on what they sell you the car for. Unless you have a trade-in, then you pay cash on the balance of
Right.
what the trade-in is.
So sometimes it might not even worth be selling it to private sale because the taxes are just going to be the same on the.
Well, if it changes...
Whatever
it,
you would have saved.
If
in
it
tax.
changes
Yeah.
it for you.
Yeah, and
Now-
that can change that whole algorithm. It depends on.
What's the
value.
shell game with trade-ins because it seemed like I know my car's 7 years old. It has 105,000 miles on it. Realistically, you want to give me $1,000 for it. You don't want to lose the deal by making me pissed off by telling me my car is only worth $1,000.
Yeah.
So how do you guys do? Because I've seen it happen, and I don't know exactly how it
People
happens.
get so pissed off. Yeah.
Because they'll come in and go, well, you know, I can only get you like $1,000 for your trade in, and then you watch the person have a meltdown. And you go, well, let me go talk, and you come back and you go, listen, this doesn't happen. But I was able to get you $3,500 for your trade in.
I feel like going to the pawn shop.
But
I know
if you buy it today, but if you walk away, that deal's gone.
right, but I know you're still only giving me $1,000.
No, we'll give you more.
Where are you getting it back on the other side?
Well, first of all, they're just lowballing you at the beginning.
Right.
Like they're just
there's room.
lowballing you. They're
Right.
like, please be dumb enough to take my offer. Second thought about this whole thing is like, you know, and each car's a little different. You know, like 100,000 miles on like an old unique Jaguar, you may get more. But the idea is, your car is probably going to need some work. It's probably got some pretty ugly
There's a
oil
reason
leaks.
you're trading it in.
Yeah, and if we're going to try to resell this car, then I have to put money into fixing what you haven't, which is why you're selling it and not just fixing it and driving
Right.
it more. And then I also have to try to turn a profit. And always tires. So tires are going to be $1,000 put on the car. Period.
Windshield, you live
new
in
windshield
Colorado.
because you live in Colorado. Whatever oil safety stuff. So, we probably have to put a new set of brakes on it. And, you know, I got to pay my mechanic to do these, and I have to pay for the parts to do all of this. So they're going to try to get you as low as possible. So like, let's say I want to give you $1,000 for your car. My plan's to sell it for $6,000. I want to allocate 2.5 towards repairs so that I can make as much as possible. God, that would be everyone's dream, right? Like make like $6,000 in profit in a car. But then you're going to go, no, I'm not going to take $1,000 for my car. I know, because I've gone on Kelley Blue Book because I listen to Mariah, and I realize I could actually be selling this for $35. And then that's where they go, oh, I can't do $35, you know. And what they'll do is I can bring data. I'll get the Kelley Blue Book. And it's funny too, because the sales managers, one of their little things is they can pull the book, pay attention to the region they're pulling. Because a lot of times
they know where the lowball price is.
We'll say, yeah, in Colorado region, your cars were 35, but we'll pull the Midwest region one report and we'll show you actually KBB's saying your car's only worth like 15 because in the Midwest, that's what it's worth. But out here in Colorado, it should be 35. So pay attention to like the region they're pulling on those. I've noticed them. That's kind of one way they can make it, you know.
I know there's a shell game. We just have to find it.
And you got to understand.
Where's the money?
And they can also, you know, and they also look at if your car is really just kind of a jalopy, they're going to wholesale it. And so I'm going to sell it to whatever I can wholesale it for, which is like an auction, basically.
Right.
Send it
the
out.
The guy that comes and takes all the ones you're not going to put on the used lot.
That's you're getting 500 to 1,000 because I'm putting this thing right to wholesale because, like, look at it.
Like
there's an oil spot underneath it right now.
I'm allowing
here 5 minutes.
I'm allowing you to leave your car here.
Yeah, we saw you try to start it 3 times trying to get into the lot. Okay.
So, you remember my black Tahoe?
Yeah.
I drove. I love Tahoes, and I drove this black Tahoe into the ground.
That's how I drive my cars too.
The gauge cluster
Gone.
twice.
Oh.
What, you've replaced it twice?
No.
Yeah.
Oh.
Because it was running just fine.
Okay.
And then one day, the speedometer went 0, 120, 0, 120, 0.
You're going quick.
And the whole gauge cluster just went no. So at that point, I downloaded an app for a speedometer.
So you could
so I didn't know how fast.
Take?
Yeah.
Give or take.
Then I had the cluster replaced. And like 3 months later, it clapped out again. So
they warranted it for you on the second one time, right?
It didn't matter. It was this car.
Okay.
It was the wholesale.
Then
we actually don't want this car. You can take it back.
We're gonna give you $500
to take
it back. Yeah. Well, actually.
Well, then, for some reason, during the life of this car, someone who did an oil change on it, which would mean like a mechanic shop, because
which is funny. What I do now is I write service.
It wasn't. You know, my wife wrote service for like 7 years.
Oh, did she really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was the most miserable time of her life, but it was at a big dealership.
Yeah, I don't work at a big. I work at an independent shop, and I get paid salary to write service. So I'm actually just like helping people get their.
So
cars
you're okay
fixed.
with helping, like save some
Yeah,
money.
I'm not like marking up parts 115% to put.
I used to sell parts.
I begged her.
Oh, did you really?
Oh yeah, and I'd mark them up. You make me mad. Oof. Boom.
Oh, never. Yeah, be nice.
Yeah, that's what
oh
I
my
learned.
gosh, be nice to your salespeople. The meaner you are, it's
The
gonna
less
come
wiggles
back
gonna
around.
happen.
It's gonna come back around.
I actually worked for Transwest, and I sold trailer parts. And we were and in Colorado, because of the region we were in, you can only get trailer parts for certain types of trailers from us.
Oh, so you held the keys.
So if you made me mad, forget it.
That's what you get. That's what. Yep. Yeah. Get what you get.
So the oil plug on my Tahoe got stripped out by a guy at a shop, and he just rammed it home.
Yeah. Over torqued it. Fantastic.
And then the
Ruined the
next
threads.
5 oil changes just did not help that plug a lot. So when I traded that Tahoe in, it had one of those rubber grommet universal oil plugs in it. The ones that
They just kept throwing gaskets in there to try to keep it from not leaking.
it's like
Please.
just gasket.
it's like a bolt with like a big rubber, and you just
Yeah.
drive this thing home, and it was still
Still probably leaking a little bit.
yes, by a little
just
bit.
not at the dealership, please.
We just repaved with all of our dealership money.
They it was bad. I probably would have left that car there for free. Kay Miller actually worked at the dealership at the time that we bought my Edge at, and they were like, I don't want to lowball you, but like the most I can give you for it, like it is like $5,000. I was like, fuck you. Yours.
Yep.
That's yours, sir.
Oh, a drain plug isn't even that bad. They can just
No.
rethread it.
It was
You
the whole
just do
thing.
a time insert. You just rethread it out. Throw a time insert in there. Got a new drain plug.
No.
No, not on that car.
That's the same car.
I've
that left.
seen.
That's what you could see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That car.
You knew what you did to that car.
I wasn't 100% sure if we didn't buy a car that day, if I wasn't going to need a tow truck.
It left you and the kids stranded that one time, remember?
Yep.
For the fuel pump, was it?
Fuel pump, yeah.
Yeah.
On the highway?
Yeah, that'll do it. They don't give you any warning either. Fuel pump goes out. You,
Oh,
just, you don't go anywhere. Turns out you need fuel
I'll just be right here.
unless it's electric.
Yeah. So I know we only got that deal because she worked there and they were being very, very kind at the time. But I knew, like, I probably would have accepted almost nothing.
So what is 3 things that you can do to help you before you go to the door, other than do the research online? But once you walk in the door, what are 3 things that are going to help you?
Either do or
Ooh,
don't do things.
Here's one
Yeah,
of,
either
here's
do
one
it-
of my
yeah.
here's one of my favorite little tidbits I learned when I was doing sales is you kind of get taught, like, so there's the negotiation, there's like the pencil, right? First pencil where it's really intense, and they sit you down and they slide paper across the table to you, and they give you and they present you an option. And what's supposed to happen is a good salesperson knows that the first person to talk loses. So, okay, Mr. Buyer, I have this car you want for $10,000. You're going to put $3,000 down. This is what your payment's going to be. Go ahead and sign here, and I'll get that written up for you. Now, my job is to shut the fuck up, break eye contact, and get busy getting your paperwork together. That was like my master move. I would just slide it over. Here you go. Here's your pen, and this is your payment, just like you asked. And then I turn around and I start getting the paperwork ready and typing. I don't look at them because the first person to talk loses. So make the salesperson be the first person to talk, because they'll talk themselves out of it. Like they'll go, all right, go ahead and sign that. And then you just kind of look at it and just wait for them to go, is there, you have any questions? Is the price? And then they'll start, they know that you want more money off. So they're going to start trying to,
Where are we at? Yeah.
where are we at? What do I need to do to make it happen for you? Cause I know that was my master move. It was just very relaxed. Yeah, just sign here in the first person to talk. If I had to break the silence,
You knew you were losing
I'm not
money.
losing that deal. Yeah, I'm losing money off that deal. Yeah, but and usually it would, I mean, even if sometimes it'd be like 60 seconds straight, and then they'd just be like, they just sign, and you're like, yes. But yeah, first
How
person
long can
to
you
talk.
wait?
How long can you wait? And it's the most uncomfortable silence, and you have to get used to being uncomfortable, right? And the
That's the best
negotiation
part.
process.
When we bought JJ's car,
Mm-hmm.
like I left the first time. We just left.
You're like, no,
Mm-hmm. Like, we don't. Because I
you
said
didn't need a car.
because we didn't actually need a car, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
She just wanted
She
the
she
new
bought the
version.
same. She bought
She
the
bought
new
the
version of the
exact
same,
same
car.
car.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just fun to
just upgraded with everything else. So we're like, okay, we'll come back.
yeah, when it's ready. Yeah.
When the deal's good, we'll be
Yeah,
there.
Mhm.
yeah, we'll come back.
Is
But I didn't even know. Like that's just me just being like, we actually don't need it.
Mike and I are two people that really don't give a fuck.
Yeah, we don't need
Yeah.
it.
We're like
because I already have my ideas. Like if I go into a dealership, I already know that in some way I am losing.
Yeah.
I just, the only thing I'm gonna gain is I'm gonna be happy because I have a new car.
Get your new car. Yeah.
right.
Mm-hmm.
You want
my job-
You want to limit your losses.
Yeah, if I can see that you're aggravated, to me, that's a win because you're gonna talk about me for the next few days.
Maybe.
You know what I mean? Like that's
So-
my goal.
Back to his question. So the pencil, don't talk first.
Yeah, don't talk first. That helps. I mean, it helps because it gets the salesperson tripping over their own words, and they're more like.
But what if I said right, Trevor, and I look and I say no? Is that still a loss for me since I've said
I
something?
mean,
Or is
it's gonna be a back and forth. It should be a back and forth. Some people just sign on first pencil, and that was always like my favorite day when I was in sales. I'm like, oh yes, okay, it's gonna be a good day. It's gonna be a good day. Woohoo!
We can order takeout.
Right. I'll be out of here before they close today. Yeah, that was the other horrible thing about it. Is the hours were just horrendous because I would work. You don't leave until the customer's out the door. So
Right.
like,
so 5 o'clock, you're not like, well, it's 5 o'clock, guys.
okay, yeah, yep, and that's my shift, and I gotta go home and
This
make
is
my
mine.
kids. They're like, oh no,
This is Mike. He's gonna take over for me. I'll be back.
yeah. Well, no, and you don't want
Like your
you don't want
server at a
that.
restaurant.
Yeah, you don't want because if
Then you're
if
splitting a deal.
you split a deal and you're
Yeah.
only getting half the commission on that
Oh
deal.
yeah,
that
then no, we're not
sucks.
splitting nothing.
No.
And then the dealer
Because if I split it, that means I did most of the work and I'm just leaving you with the rest.
you get just the yeah, exactly. You did all the work and then he's getting half.
no, we're not doing that.
I would
either.
be the half guy.
Oh, me too.
Yeah, no, and I was
would-
always the half girl because I'm like I got kids at home and I would rather just go home and be with my family.
No. I would be the other half.
No, me the other half.
You'd
Like
be the
I wouldn't try to sell the car all day
You're just like-
and just catch those people that are like, dude, I've got to go. Can you just please? And I'd be
They
like,
might like me because
I'm your guy.
10 out of 10.
Yep.
Yeah,
He's a nice guy. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
That's tough, man. That sucks.
Do I
don't
get a-
want to buy a new car now.
no.
Well, and you
do
know,
I get a
but
better
hear me
deal
out.
the
You're-
later I am there?
Depends. Depends. It's hard to say. I don't know if I'd say better deal. A lot of times, it's not so much the later in the day you are, as it might be the later in the month. Every
So
month,
do you guys have monthly goals and
monthly
yearly goals?
Yeah,
and
monthly
quarterly
and yearly.
goals?
Quarterly, we never had quarterly. We
So-
had month and year.
Oh,
If you're going to buy a car,
Either
the
the
last
last day
couple
of the
days
month-
of the month or the last day of the whole fucking year.
Last day of the year is 10 out of 10. Give me the best deal
Yeah.
you'll ever get. But you'll be there forever. Pack a lunch. You're going to be,
I'll make
pack
them
dinner.
get me lunch.
hey.
I was going to say, you're going to be there for a while. You're not going to like
I'm
it.
be like,
Everyone's
I'm hungry.
frustrated. People are sweating and it's like, there's nowhere to sit. Kids are crying. Babies are crying. Like it's whole
I'll bring babies.
Yes.
Get me out.
I was the only salesperson who had a toy box.
Oh yeah.
No one had a toy box. And anytime I'd see someone else with little kids, I'd bring them
You're
my
like,
toy
"Fucking
box. And be like,
here."
here you guys go. Yeah.
Here's my shut up box.
Boom.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because then if,
So
'cause
I'm
if you
gonna
don't
buy-
shut up, they're leaving.
They're going to leave. Exactly. They're going to be like, we're going to have to come back for this.
So
Yeah.
here's the
This is a
thing.
lot.
I'm going to buy on the last day of the year
Okay.
and I'm going to bring all of my grandkids
All at once.
at the same time.
Oh my gosh.
And don't say nothing to them. Just let them
And,
yell.
and I'm going to do it with no nap and we're going to skip snack
Ooh. Why would you want
They
that?
might
Why would
just-
you want that? Ugh.
because you guys will get me the fuck out of there. They'll be like,
He can't.
who?
Well, the problem with Trevor
Who
is
is dealing with that?
Oh my gosh.
Trevor can't hear, so he's
No.
fine.
And it's funny because, oh, nice. There you go. There's your secret weapon.
Yeah,
Okay, I got you.
I'm mostly deaf.
Yeah,
Like,
nice.
If you're
Okay.
not looking at me, like I can hear you because you're in headphones.
You're reading my lips.
No, if you're not looking at
Yeah.
me when you talk to me,
Forget it.
no.
I didn't even
And
know.
it's not that I'm reading your lips. It's that if the trajectory of your voice is not like
Here.
right here.
He's like
Not
a,
happening.
he's like a microphone.
Yeah. Yeah. If you start talking, yeah, it's
Can't hear
bad.
it.
Or if there's multiple conversations going on in an area and your voice is like kind of lower in the octaves,
Forget it.
I'm making up what you say the whole time. I'm like,
You smile and nod, boys. Smile and wave, boys. Just yep.
So, what do you do to prepare to buy a car then? Since you were in the industry.
I buy private party.
You
I don't
do?
buy from a dealer. No.
Okay.
buy used private party.
Buy used private party. I
you
also
get
bring your car. Either if you have a mechanic friend, bring them with you. I'll bring my brother with me. I'll bring someone who knows who. We'll drive it around a parking lot. You know, he'll suspension feels good. He'll climb underneath it. Okay, you probably gonna need this and this and this and this. All right, so tell him this is leaking. This is that. This is that. So you know, if he can give you this off, they'll make and that's so I always buy private party. I mean, I've bought from the dealership I worked at because
They're not going to.
they had employee incentive programs where they gave you an additional $5,000 off of whatever.
Oh.
They don't. Yeah, they give it to you at cost.
And
Then
another
you get
salesman's not going to be like,
There's no commission on it. I mean, oh my gosh, I think I leased a brand new BMW for $150 a month. So it's like, yeah, obviously. And when they want their employees to drive the car,
Yeah.
like it's a good look. They don't want you pulling up in like an old Honda.
Boom! It's gonna fall apart.
Yeah, like
Check engine lights on.
Hi, you're here for our 7 Series. It's 170,000. Hold on, let me get my parking brake on. Like,
whoa, hold me up.
yeah, exactly. So
Can you give me a little push? My car's stalled.
yeah, work. So if you could get a part-time job at the dealership, that's going to be the best deal you'll ever get. Work for them.
You have to leave the house for that, I think.
Yeah, but
Do you want to know?
About what?
Do you want to know?
No.
Guess how long?
Since you left the house?
Mm-hmm.
Since the last time you left?
Guess.
2 weeks,
The 23rd.
which is
2.5 weeks. What are
I
we
have
at,
not
7th,
left.
8th?
I haven't left my house that long.
the
It's a
23rd.
dream.
I have not stepped outside of my
Almost 2.5 weeks.
house. Haven't
Are
gone out.
you? Whoa. How do you feel about it?
Oh, we know how I feel. I'm fine.
Okay. Yeah. No, that's how I would be. I'm like,
I don't.
I do like going outside in my own backyard.
I could seriously do 90 days in my house
No,
and
that's
not,
not good.
blink. I was preparing. I was mentally preparing for Elsa to go to state, and
Me too.
And
then
you'd
I
have
was
to
going to leave the
leave.
house.
Oh,
Me too.
You had to mentally, yeah.
I was mentally prepared.
Breathing techniques. Yeah. Get yourself in the right headspace. A lot of sun out there.
So
January
bugs.
23rd.
So private party we want to buy.
I mean, obviously, there's certain things. If you're trying to buy a new car,
You can't buy it from a
Can't
private
buy-
party.
So
But
okay,
here's
let's
the
say
thing.
all right. Let's say
Also, if you're trying to look the best value, buying a new car probably, unless you're like, a lot of people are like, in retirement, this is the last car I'll ever buy in my life. I want to do.
I'm buying
BMW.
my car.
I'm buying the car I've always wanted for my whole life. Before this will probably be the last car I own before I kick the bucket. Get a lot of those, Buy new. Get what you want. Who cares? If CPOs are a really good deal. If you want a new car and you've got the budget for a new car, get a certified pre-owned. It's like a year old. It's got like 10,000 miles on it. You're getting 2 more years of warranty on it from the factory. Like you're paying way less for it. That's
so there's
a
better incentive there. Not you might not
incentive.
just like
But you're already depreciated.
you kind yeah.
Someone else paid down their depreciation and now you're buying the car for the value.
And I still get
And it's still-
warranty.
Warranty, it's still pretty darn new.
and I can finance through a dealership.
You can finance through a dealership. They'll usually, they'll usually have like
Because
Yeah.
buying private party's cool if you've got
the cat
20 grand.
Well, and you can always go, like I said, you
Yeah,
can
you
go
can
to your
go do-
credit union. You can get pre-approved for the car, and then you can go buy private party, and they'll give you the cash, and you
Which
have a loan.
hopefully they, like the person you're trying to buy the private party from has a little bit of patience because it's not like I walk up, drive the car, hand you cash and drive away. Now, if I walk up, I love the car. I'm like, I have a pre-approval from my credit union. It's Saturday. So Monday morning, I can go there and get the cash. And then somebody else calls them on Sunday and goes, hey, can I test drive that? I've got cash. They're going to go, come on down.
Yeah, cash in hand. First.
Come on over,
cash
you know? So you're going to lose there maybe. But I mean, if you have cash.
So.
Yeah, private party's good cash. Or if you can find someone flexible enough where you have the ability to get that loan or pre-approval. Probably the most bang for your buck, but not always. Like, not always. I work on the service side of things now, and I've seen people buy new car or like buy a car from private party, and then within like a month they bring it to us, and it's like, I can't believe this thing's running. The engine, there's so much metal in the oil that like this, I'm surprised.
That's what would scare me.
Yeah, and it's crazy. What's kind of nice now, I think there's a new law that private party sales now has to have an emissions test. Like you can't sell your car anymore without having an emissions test. So, and that saved a lot of people because you can't register your car here in the state without having an emissions.
Unless you live in Weld County.
Yeah, really? Weld County?
Yeah.
Weld County.
Oh, we just talked about this because I feel like emissions.
Because emissions is the biggest scam in the world.
Is it? I don't know. I know nothing about emissions. I know I work right down.
Here's why it's
the fee has not changed in 20 years.
Yeah.
Huh. Yeah, it hasn't.
That's called a tax.
Even eggs went up.
Yeah.
And I could go 10 minutes that way and I don't need an emissions. Where's the air going? It just stays in our box.
Right?
Yeah, if I live in Weld County, unincorporated, I don't need emissions. Does that mean I can't drive?
But what's is it because Weld County is less populated?
There's certain counties that just don't have there's unincorporated counties. They're mostly lower population counties that do not require emissions to register your car if you live in that county. But you still drive the whole state.
Right. Yeah, no.
On a windy day, exhaust is going downtown.
I agree. Like I grew up in Michigan. I came here and was like, I have to do what?
Yeah.
Where? I don't understand. And I had to. Oh my gosh! And the first time it was a nightmare. I had to wait in line an hour, and you're just like, what's happening? And then they put you in that weird little trailer of a box, and you're just like,
with everybody else breathing on the window.
They're so stressed if their car's gonna pass or not.
You can always tell.
And the worst part, I got to the end of the line. I never knew, and so they're like, okay, $25, and I'm like, great. I handed my debit card, and they're like, no, cash only, and I'm like, sorry, what? Where? Yeah. When I.
Cash or check?
How was I supposed to know? And they're like, yeah, there's an ATM like in that corner store. You have to like go across the street and then cross it again. And they're like, yeah, but if the car behind you's done before you get back, we're just going to boot you out of line. You have to go back and wait the whole hour again. And I've never ran so fast in my life.
I'd be
so
pissed. You have 120th too?
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I did make it back and I did get my car emissions tested and I didn't have to do it twice, but like.
The reason we know it's a scam, we talked about it last week. I had like a 2006 or 7 Dodge Charger. During COVID, it was like a slot machine. Like the dash lights were just like
ding, 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 ding. You win.
All of it.
Okay.
It also had like a cheat code to start. Like it had a fob, but it was one of those fobs that you put in, turn, and then it's not actually, you just turn it and then take it out. But like you had to move the gear selector into the right exact spot, turn the thing, and you had to be holding things the right way. and that's the only way the car would start. And if the car, like if you turn the car off after it had been running and then tried to use the cheat code, it could be 30 minutes before it decides that it's on your team.
Reset.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
drive that car to the emissions place on 120th right here. I'm just like, I pull up and he's like, all right, well, due to COVID, you're going to have to stay in the car. Are there any check engine lights or anything we should know about? I go, no. He goes, cool. Go on ahead. He tests, he did the thing, put the little funnel behind it, and then checked my gas cap because, everything else could be fucked, but your gas cap boy better seal.
Not be
that fails so much. JJ used
gas
to work
fumes.
She used to work at a mom and pop dealership where they where she was the repo lady.
Oh, yeah.
And she said that they had like a gas cap. They would just like not universal, but these different makes, and they would just keep it and switch it out because she said that's notorious.
It would fail every one.
Every one of them.
Yeah. So I go through all that, get to the end of the line, and the lady's like, $25. I'm like, here. She goes, okay, thank you. I was like,
I guess we get new play. The kid out.
let's go.
Right. Yeah. Hey. Well, and
It's a scam.
you're probably right. You're probably right. I think it's supposed to measure, how much
Parts per million of emissions.
emissions, noxious fumes, things like that. So I guess if your was working, your catalytic converter was working fine and filtering everything out and catching all that and recirculating what it needed, then you probably passed. The check engine light probably would have gotten you, but had they looked, had the guy went.
You said light. That's funny.
Check engine light?
Lights.
Well, yeah, well, they don't care about the other ones.
ABS.
That's not
engine,
emissions related. Engine is.
You don't like
Trust me.
little symbols. I didn't know what they meant. I was like,
Greek.
I'm like,
I think it's trying to talk to you.
what's the swirly thing with the ice cream top?
Kill me.
That car,
That's funny.
That's
bad. So that's a scam.
Yeah.
That's a scam.
Oh, I'm sure.
And the
It's
fact that
past,
apparently
yeah.
we're still trying to figure it out. They set up the smog tests on the off ramp sometimes, like the little vans.
Oh, yeah, I see those little things.
So you're
What
apparently
is that?
supposed to be able, if you pass through that and it collects your license plate, it can just do a sniff test on the way by.
Wait,
and
is that what that is?
And
Yeah.
you'll be able to, yeah.
Really?
You can pass emissions that way too.
This whole time I thought that was just like the state trying to collect base data or something.
See,
Like, like this is, weekends we're seeing the smog go up because of this. And then
she's
during the
very
6
she's
to-
very friendly and kind about things. I think it's the FBI.
shit.
They need to do surveillance to see
who?
if these criminals are coming or going through this way or that way. So they set that little
No.
van up. They can sit in there. Nobody ever thinks twice about it. And they're like, yep, Pablo Escobar in the black Mercedes every Saturday.
They're
right through
tracking
here.
them. They're tracking. Okay.
See?
I mean,
No.
wouldn't it
I'm
be
not
easier
buying
to
that.
ask China to just hack your cameras?
You got to ask them. You got to ask them.
You do. Probably have to pay him for
You
it.
got to
too.
ask them. And then they're going to say, you guys elected the China virus guy. And they're going to be
They're
mad.
going to charge you
Yeah.
them tariffs now.
They're going to be mad.
Yeah, they're not going to give you any discounts.
See? They're not going to get the information. All right.
No.
So
But no.
buy private party.
Private.
Buy on the last day of the year.
Yeah, last day of the year is
Negotiate any number they can put in front of you.
yeah. Negotiate. Try until they're literally like we can't. And each
So does we
salesperson's
can't mean
different.
that they can't or they
No.
That means that's their limit.
No, that's their limit. Yes, yeah. And a lot of times the salesperson, and a lot of it's up to the salesperson. Like I've seen salespeople who would be like, no, I'm not going to sell that car to you because that's my profit. I'm not going to let you take away
so-
my profit. So not worth it to me. Where the salesperson next to you might be like, yeah, but I'm like one car away from a bonus. So if I sell the car and gut it out, then I'm getting my like bonus.
I'll make that.
So I'll make
all
that
back.
sale to you, but this guy might not, but this guy might. So it's such a dog eat dog world too.
Do your
'cause
research.
Do your research.
Get a pre-approval.
Get a pre-approval.
Negotiate everything.
Last day of the month, last day of the year.
Buy
Be
private party if
prepared.
you can.
Pack a lunch. Buy
Buy private party if you have
with
a
an
good
inspection.
mechanic.
With a good inspection, or bring it to a shop that will inspect it for you.
There's one in Brighton that does that. A shop, and it has a sign out there.
My shop does it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That says, hey, we'll inspect the car before you buy it.
For how much? If it's free, I'm not doing it.
Yeah,
no,
no,
they're
it's
not
not
doing
free.
it for free.
Nope. If someone tells me they're going to do a free inspection of my car before I,
They must work for that
Nothing
dealership.
in this life is free.
No.
No.
I don't trust them
No,
already.
So
Nope.
yeah, I'm gonna have to
There's a lot.
remember all this when next time.
Next time JJ wants a new car, Michael never buy another car.
No, I got my car. I want.
He drives the pickup that he's wanted for.
All that.
What is it? A 2000?
It's a 2005 Silverado.
Nice.
HD. And if that engine goes,
Another engine.
Yep. Or not. Yep. The transmit. Yep.
What are we doing about the wreck?
I gotta get. It's a small dent, so I'm just.
You gonna let that guy ride?
No, I gotta figure that out. I hope they gave him a ticket. They gotta give him a ticket, right? No insurance.
Did you not have result? The cops came, right?
Yeah, they wrote a report, and
Did they give him a ticket?
Oh, I don't know. He said
They didn't say
he gave me a case number.
a guy hit his truck.
Bam.
T-boned it?
No, in the passenger. Not bad.
Okay,
Not
okay.
bad. Like
No.
You did say little dent.
scrapes
Okay.
the back door on the bottom. I mean, it's enough. Like if it's your car, you're like,
it bums me out because I love my truck. It bums me out.
but how do you know if the guy didn't get a ticket? Like, did you not talk to the cops at the end of this?
The cops the one that gave me the.
He gave you a report number. Did he not say?
He's like,
Mr.
no, he said,
So-and-so?
I'm going to be here for a while because this guy don't have insurance. So you could go ahead.
So it's going to be your insurance company suing him. If anything.
I hope so. Somebody's going to. Yeah.
When are you going to deal with that?
I don't know. I got to worry about after JJ's fight.
Oh yeah, we can't do anything right now. He fights March 1st.
My life is
in Vegas.
Okay.
consumed right now with stress.
Oof.
I don't even want to see her right now. This is like grouchy time now.
Yeah. It's like
End of camp.
nobody's having fun. So.
Oh.
But yeah, no.
Do you hide in the house?
No.
Oh, you sit there and stir the pot? You're
Sometimes. I'm also at the house hard of hearing at times.
You're like, if you got time to sit here in the living room, you got time to do some burpees.
Yeah, let's go. Yeah.
When your head coach is also your significant other.
Oh, okay. Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah. So but eventually we're gonna buy a new car. So I'm gonna
not you,
not
her,
me, her.
Yeah.
I got my car
forever.
Yep.
Next thing you buy is an RV.
Oh, another good one too is if if it's used, look up other ones that are local, and if they're, well, I could just go to the dealership down the road and they're selling one for this.
Their list price is lower.
Your list price is lower than yours. So why, can you match? Can you go lower? Yeah. Information. Coming prepared is going to be the best.
So waking up on a Saturday and deciding to buy a car is not maybe your best.
It's the best
plan
for them.
of action.
It's the best for them.
And it's funny because people will make decisions like no one. You want to think that you are kind of different than other people and that you're not
smart enough to.
I'm smart enough to figure this out. You make decisions on emotions. People make decisions on emotions. They don't make decisions on logic. They'll buy the car because that's the prettiest color blue they've ever seen. I've had someone do that before. They're like,
they actually have the car in the color that I like.
Yeah.
I have to buy it.
Or I've even had it where it's like, and it's almost just like a vibe. Like I'll sell a car, right? And then I'm like, yeah, I made a deal today.
You got the...
All right. And then I'm bubbly and I'm happy and I've got this infectious personality where then and then the next person comes in, hi, how are you? Because I'm happy because I know I'm not worried that I'm not gonna be able to make.
You're eating. Right?
I'm eating. I have. Oh yeah, and not only am I eating, and now I have a little extra. And then this guy buys a car for me too because I've got this really nice personality, and he's just like it all feels right. But then you get that one person where like they don't buy it, and then you're like, oh, because I said that one thing I know I shouldn't have said, and I talked first on the first pencil, and I'm an idiot. And then the next person walks in and they're seeing you going, oh hi, and then you're off your game, and then it's weird. People who would have bought the car are like,
something's wrong.
Something's wrong, and I don't think this is the right time for me to buy a car. And it's because like the salesperson's energy, it's off to them. And even if they're like it's like, but you're walking away from the best deal of your life.
You didn't get your chakras aligned.
You didn't get your chakras aligned. They could feel the negative energy off you, and it's weird.
The one thing I always do.
You align your chakras?
No. What I do is,
it's good.
When we go to the dealership, the first salesman talks to me, I don't talk to them. I don't like when you look desperate to me. I will not.
Right?
I will not. I will.
But isn't it ups?
Oh yeah. Well, so it's supposed to be. It depends on the dealership.
Like when you pull up, and they're like, "Hey, how are you?"
Sometimes it's
now
ups,
I'm not
though.
good. Now I'm not good.
If I don't do that, I'll get yelled at.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! The sales managers would be like, "If that guy didn't get greeted,"
and that's not just with buying a car. That's with buying anything.
I know.
Eggs?
It's like a little.
No, but I just refuse to even go that direction because that'll put me in a bad mood right now on a moment's notice. Yeah, it drives me. Oh gosh, I can't do it right now. I can't. It just pisses me off, man. See,
I hear chicken's really cheap though.
Yes.
The meat needs so much. My husband was telling me that today.
Biden killed 15 million of them.
Yeah.
God.
I
can't figure
heard.
out where. I just heard.
Where
it
are
doesn't
they?
affect me.
You don't eat chicken?
I don't eat meat. I know. Don't. No. It's not my. Listen, don't hate me. Don't judge me.
Wait. Is that information she gave us good then?
I probably.
But hear me out. Hear me out.
Okay, guys. Here's the deal.
Oh.
Everything that happened in this podcast.
Push pause.
Listen, I have leather shoes. It's not.
Oh, you're
rice
not
thing.
that. Okay.
I'm not that type
You're
of.
not working for PETA?
How about this? I'm plant based. I'm not vegan. Okay. Vegan has a stigma to it. No, I had rheumatoid arthritis horribly bad. I went on this crazy vegan raw diet, and my rheumatoid arthritis is completely 100% gone.
Oh.
I'll hurt.
Out of my
You
blood
know,
work. Yeah.
I'll hurt.
Here's the thing.
You'll hurt.
No,
I know.
I'll eat a steak and I'll hurt.
we did.
I don't like pain.
We did vegan
Yeah.
for one of JJ's fights. It wasn't bad. I was just hungry all the time.
All the time.
I was hungry all the time. It doesn't matter if I ate everything. 30 minutes later, it's like, fuck,
Chinese
I
food?
haven't ate nothing.
I know.
Jeez.
I go through
eat, like,
through
3
weird
avocados
kicks.
a day
Oh,
because I
I
need the
love
fat.
I love avocado for your brain.
Yeah.
Fight camp, you have to eat avocados, or
Yeah.
because your brain's drying up and you're not getting any carbs or any good fats.
The fats, yeah.
So if you don't add
Yeah.
an avocado here and there, like people are talking to you, they're like, "Hey, what's 1 + 1?" You're like,
Oh man, we
"Fucking
went.
got me."
We went all the way in.
Yep.
We bought cookbooks.
Yeah.
We did. We went all the way in.
See,
Yeah.
the problem is,
It
I
was-
will go through stints where I'm
starving.
like on salad. I'm like, "Oh, I fucking love salad. It tastes so good," and that's great. Except I have to eat like 19 salads a day.
Yeah. Just to.
And not so good when you don't eat a lot of salad and then you eat a lot of salad.
Changes
Internal changes
to the
happen.
biome. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I.
You could stucco a house.
The whole thing too.
Well,
Yeah.
we're better out than in.
But yeah, no, I
For
had
me,
it was good. I was hungry
Yeah.
Yeah.
all the time. It was just starving.
yeah.
Yeah.
She
I don't
makes
think we did it
salad for
right.
me.
I don't think we did it right though because
No.
well,
because there
here's
wasn't
why.
any meat.
No, here's why. I feel like you could get the right stuff if you know what you're doing.
What? What's the right
don't know.
stuff?
I don't
If
know.
you ever try to cook
I
me
know.
a fucking
But-
cauliflower chicken wing, I'm gonna.
Oh, she eats those all the time.
yeah, you.
We
Not
always-
here.
oh.
Not here.
Yeah, but listen, that was the fight she broke her hand in.
I'm never
See?
getting invited back, am I?
No,
Shit.
because she became fragile.
Yeah, that's where I'm convinced that's what.
I'm gonna send you home with
Mm-hmm.
a gallon of milk and some red meat.
Yeah, vegan wasn't bad.
was
I didn't
bad.
know. I didn't know
It was bad.
It wasn't.
It was bad.
Thank you.
It
It
wasn't.
wasn't that bad.
It wasn't. I
It's
just
not
didn't
that
like
Why
it
aren't
for
you
me.
still doing it?
Huh?
Why aren't you still doing it?
Me? Because
Yeah.
I'm refused to eat 24/7.
It's
because
harder.
it wasn't good.
No, it was.
It's
We
harder.
made some good food.
What did you make some barely burgers or whatever it
No,
is?
we didn't.
Almost
no.
meat.
I don't- none of the
Well,
fake
see,
stuff,
we
no.
can't. We had to do it a little different because JJ's allergic
They had
to
to do.
soy.
They had to do it a little
Oh,
different.
that's
So,
nice.
Yeah.
so instead of the soy, they just used like chicken.
No. Yeah, she can't eat soy. So.
So you had to find some else.
We had so we made soup. We made all kinds of stuff.
Sounds
boy.
terrible.
No, it wasn't. It was delicious.
Sounds absolutely disgusting.
That's fair.
Sounds like when I had diverticulitis.
No, it was good.
Well,
I'm telling you, I'm
Her
just
vegan diet's really good for that.
stuck on a house. Get it out of there.
Yeah.
That's your issues.
Oh my gosh, the diet I was on, which I still kind of am on, it's this pound of cruciferous vegetables a day, raw. Can't cook them because you cook out all
You
the
don't even
nutrients.
know what
what-
that
wait,
is.
what
See,
is-
we're not eating that shit.
Cruciferous broccoli, cauliflower, kale.
Gas.
Cauliflower kale.
That's called
Right.
gas. That's called.
eat
Yeah,
those.
for like
That's
the first
carb
couple weeks, and then your body
gas.
just adjusts. Yeah,
Hey, let me put in
But
farts.
what year?
Try going
Here's a
back to
question.
try not eating cheese and then going back to eating
Here's
cheese.
a plate of
and it will-
farts. Have
But
it.
here's a question though.
Mm-hmm.
Why are some of the biggest animals on planet Earth vegan?
Thank you.
They're also big, but not top of the food chain.
But nobody messes with them.
I'll mess with them.
You don't see an elephant out there.
I'll mess with them.
Mm-hmm.
6'5" Grundle.
You know,
A lot of pure muscle.
Hey,
huh?
look at a hippo.
Did you see
So
how their poop
massive.
comes out?
It doesn't matter.
Oh my gosh, I have.
Not good,
unfortunately.
huh?
I have.
Not good.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Not good.
That's what I.
If
that's
they
what
could
I-
talk, they would go, my guts. My
I
guts,
doubt it.
they're just killing me. They're
I doubt it.
exploding everywhere.
No. See,
My guts have been happier than before.
Trevor
but-
doesn't want to hear it.
I
'Cause
know you
that's
don't.
probably-
Hey,
you know why?
I'm not
Because that's
trying
probably-
to push anything.
No,
on
I
someone who
am
doesn't
because
want
that's probably
to.
what his doctor told him, and he don't want to hear that.
Hey guys, thanks for joining us for another episode of After the Final Bell. For her and him, we're done for
I'm
today.
not paying $7 a thing for eggs. So.
We'll see you guys
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
See ya.
We're out.
We're out.